Okay, Jeff. We are clear for launch. Time to take this watch apart. This should be fun. I've been looking at this watch and looking forward to straightening it all out. Oh, I see. It doesn't have the 2-part sweep. It has a 1-part sweep that somebody pushed down really hard and they chipped the paint off of there. And they bent the hand. You can see it's there. It got all tweaked. It's probably cracked right there. Dial doesn't look bad, though. We got some nice gruck going on. Oh, yeah, that's right. Somebody cut these. Why in the world would they do that? Well, it's going to be interesting. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to deal with that, but I'm sure I'll come up with something. Well, she's a runner, and she's got her red text 21 joule JDM Speedtimer bridge and framework with ball bearings. It's been serviced. It looks like I'm seeing at least 3 marks in there. 2014, really? That can't be right. I don't think that's true. Okay. First off, well, you know what we need first off? First off. Yeah, that's great. Come on. Oh, baby. Get out of there. Put this back on for the minute. What? Stop it. Get out. 1. Why would someone do that? Well, I'll do what I can. I definitely don't have another one of these end links. So we're going to, at least we've got most of one. That's certainly better than nothing. Okay, well, let's clean that stuff up and let's get back to the business at hand here. Nice. Well, there's no other first step than to just get into it. Oil, a lot of oil. That's what all that stuff is. A lot of oil. Q-tip with lighter fluid is usually where I start with something that's been over lubricated like this, because I don't want my my cleaning fluid to have to deal with this all by itself. That'll shorten its life considerably. Yeah, man, and it's this, whatever this stuff was, look, it's mostly turned to shellac. Wow, it's old school. Wow, talk about too much lubrication. Holy cow. Okay. Wow. I'm going to have to hand clean all that stuff. And this. Yeah, look at that. Somebody just dumped lubricant on this, and it's literally, it's turning to shellac. That's what happens with old natural lubricants. When the volatile elements go away, they leave behind this gruck. Shellac. Won't get rid of it, but it's going to take a little bit of work. Why is that misaligned? Go on, let's go. No reason to fight me. Come on, come on. You can do it. Okay. Yeah. That's what's the technical term for this is filthy. Oh, yeah. Come on. Come on. Wow. There we go. Ooh. Yeah, look at the seal. Look at the seal. It's just flat, hammered flat. Wow. That's awesome. Come on. Out. Yeah, there's give me another one. Yep. Get out. Then we'll have to pull those straps. Seals. Yep. Same deal. Flat as heck. So I'll have to, again, go through and clean all that stuff. Look at all this lubricant. Okay, so yeah, this one's going to need a little more love than I thought it was going to need. But, you know, I've done, I mean, my example of this model was in far worse condition than this one. And it came out okay. I wear it with pride. But before we do that, let's finish ripping this thing apart. Old crystal, old gasket. And there it is. These are both rare parts. They're hard to find. Not just the tacky ring, but these early ones versus the later ones, they have different internal stack heights, and some of the components inside around the crystal seal and such are ever so slightly different, and one will not work in the B. A's work in A's, B's work in B's. I'm going to have to hand clean this pegwood. I'm not going to bother to deal with that on camera. Just get that stuff out and get it clean. So now it is time to pull the hands. Okay, hands are off. All of the hands are kind of worked a little bit. This main sweep of yours, it sets right to 0. And I'm gonna straighten it out, and I'll repair the paint, and it'll look good. I don't have a 2-part sweep. Not what this would originally come with. I don't believe I do, but I will look. But whoever was fooling around with things, really honking down on it, like this one got, the crown tube got pushed in a little. Our hand is got a tiny chip on it and bad loom. I don't know. And with the loom dots on the dial, they're just black. It kind of gets to the point that you can't do much with them. And you've already lost one right here. So I will make a decision about that. I don't think saving the original loom is really going to be possible. It's not going to give us a great result. So I ain't going to worry about that right now. I can also see that whoever was playing with this bent the dial feet. They bent the dial feet so the dial is twisted this way. See how this pinion here isn't centered? See how these are out of the frame? That's the problem. I can fix that. It's not a huge deal. It's just one of those things that I look at and look for to know kind of the history of who was working on the watch and what I can possibly expect to find inside. It looks like your dial ring is broken. That's not unusual. Yeah, and it's cracking in a whole bunch of other places. Oh, look, it's already been repaired at least once. Look at that. I'd say this one's a goner. So, yep, case back is, case back is November, right? Okay, I'll get that cleaned up. What? How'd you get in here? Get out. Yeah, I'm going to have to go and clean that off. I mean, my cleaner will do it, but it's just one of those things. Okay, we got that. We got that. Okay. Not that. This. Let's see, there's a big old stripe across that face. The exit stone. And it's still there. Okay, so let me clean that. If that has a channel worn across it, then we're going to need to replace that piece. Rest of the movement actually doesn't look terrible. It's interesting though, this alignment keeps coming in and out of frame there. I wonder why. Well, let's see. Let's get some decent light and let's start. And everybody's like, what, haven't you always started? Nope. No. Yeah, I'm going to have to definitely get in there real hardcore because all that shellac is right around the intermediate minor counter wheel, which in an A is staked to the bridge. And so if you get stickies under there, so here's how we test it. Get a little paintbrush. Hey, that's not bad. That's not bad. That's to test if it's good. That's crazy. Look at this bridge. Look, there's almost no wear there. Nutty. It's a good-looking bridge. Geez, I wonder if it got some new parts. Yeah, that one was sticky. I could feel that. Did not want to come out. That all looks fine. Same deal. Yeah, this doesn't look like it has. That's really wacky. I guess I shouldn't make any assumptions about what it is I'm seeing here. All right, okay. Oh, wow, it's so worn. Look, it's so, lower mainspring arbor port is so worn that the mainspring barrel teeth are hitting the underside of the center wheel bridge because it's so worn out, blown out from the bottom arbor port wearing. Okay, wow, that one was pretty hard down. The rest of these are decently tight. That one's loose. That's for the wheels, that's winding. Oh, stupid fly. How in the heck did you get in here? Look at that, though. It's pretty clean. Isn't that interesting? I'm gonna have to kill that fly. Yeah, more oil. All this stuff is gonna get hand cleaned. Gonna have to. Yep, more oil. That's when I say, when it comes to lubrication, a little goes a long way. Look at all that. See that? That stuff there? More something. That might be staining from water that got in. Cool. That's always nice to see. One of the things with the 21 jewels is they put a jewel here for the lower pivot of the minute counter wheel. There's your chronograph wheel. Looking pretty straight. Put that over there. Okay. Okay. Yeah, definitely there was some that shellac lube that was on this lower minute counter port, because that's why it was sticking. Mr. Fly, I'm gonna get you. Wow. What are we gonna find here? Ooh, wow, look, it's a twofer. Wow, not only is the lower mainspring upper port roasted, but look at the mainspring barrel is snapping open. Look at that. Yeah, it's not even closed. It's not a good sign when these things pop open. It usually means that the mainspring is jacked up and it's twisting sideways, or that the barrel interlocking lip that is bad. I'll have to look at that. We might have to address that too, because obviously having the mainspring barrel come apart in a watch is not ideal. Oh, that's going to have to get cleaned by hand. Okay. Darn it. Is that really necessary? Actually, I know what I'll do. Use the movement ring. It's a nice holder. Okay. Gear wheel looks flat, which is good news. Okay. You get your 21 jewel diaphic setting up there. That's always fun. Actually, I should probably get that now. There you go. There's our diaphic setting. I like to put this spring back so I don't have to fight with it when I'm on the other side. Just like that. So that's gonna stay there. It's gonna think. It's gonna think about what it did. Wait, what am I doing? Oh gosh darn thing. That's what I'm doing. Oh, that was loose. That one is okay. Okay. It's fine. Yeah, it was loose. That one was loose. Stupid fly. I'm gonna get you. Don't you think I won't? Finger looks okay. Detail guard looks okay. Whoops. David looks nice. Over there. Yikes. Yucky. A little worn. Gear's a little worn too. That's odd to see. Nice all metal calendar train. Okay, let's get that die shock out of there. Center wheel and canyon pinion. More of that oil, more of that shellac, that yellow stuff. Doesn't look bad. Okay. Now, these keyless works out of here, and then I'm going to hand clean all this stuff, and then I'm going to install the jewels, and it's just going to be awesome. And then I'm going to come back on the other side when everything's clean and we're starting to put it together to see how we're doing. More of that stuff. Look, gotta hand clean it. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, more. Okay. This is your lower mainspring arbor port. Oh boy. Ow, gosh darn it. I gotta take off these finger cots just for a second. So let's try that again. Oh yeah. You can see lower mainspring arbor port, which is right there, is pretty old out. Okay, well, let's get this going. When I come back, this will be clean and we're going to be putting it together. Out of the cleaner. It is clean. So we see like your inside of your mainspring barrel there. I haven't evaluated this yet, but I will, obviously. There's your new lower mainspring arbor jewel. All the other jewels were fine. Somebody had messed with the center wheel jewel a little bit. It was slightly out of plane, but I don't think it's going to be any big deal. Let's see, what else do we got going on? You can see there's your chronograph bridge, and you see that big gold jewel right there. That is the upper mainspring arbor jewel, all installed. And let's look at that. Let's look at this. Look at that, huh? Pretty. Let's let us get our handy dandy thing and do our official Seiko test. Wow! Ooh, God, and it's even lighter than it was. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Is it? Come on, baby. Yeah, the jewel for the chronograph wheel is chipped. Boo, 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 boo. Look at the reflection of the center wheel jewel. Do you see it's not a round? Sorry, I'm probably blinding everyone. See how it's not like just a round hole? Look, it's all jagged. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to replace that jewel. The rest of it looks nice, though. Yeah, I don't think anything else is really going to be an issue for me right now. So I've got to test the mainspring barrels, and I've got to replace that jewel in the chronograph bridge, and then I'm going to get to it. The rest of it looks fine, but let's get to it. Okay. I'm going to come back when basically I'm ready to drop the balance, okay? Okay, we're almost all together on the train side. Here is your old chronograph wheel jewel from the chronograph bridge. There's a new one in there, and you'll get this and you can check it out and see what's going on. So I say let's get this running. But first, I'm super proud. The lower mainspring arbor port was just crazily blown out. Like, wow. Like, I'm actually hard-pressed to remember one that was more so. But, so I had to be very careful about machining out that hole, because without the material on one side, it'll have a tendency to slip that way. And then your hole is not machined in the right place. But look at that. Can you see where the teeth of the mainspring barrel are intersecting right at the top of the gear on the center wheel. And that's exactly what you want. That's exactly what you want. We've got a nice light reset, which is good. It'll be decisive, but not aggressive. So let's do this thing. I think your old main sweep hand is done for. I think it's cracked right at the hub. So I am going to replace that one, because if I don't, this one will just fall apart. We don't want that, do we? The answer is no. No, of course not. Absolutely not. Not today, not tomorrow. So, but let's get this going. Come on, my little friend. You want to stop messing with me. Yeah, see? You listen to reason, don't you? Where is it? Let me make sure that's the one. The one they call the seventh son. Let's see. There's an screw and an other screw. And screw and other screw. Another. And other. Wow. Never thought about that. Make sure that we got some kick. We certainly do. Your mainspring was bad, by the way. Oh boy. All kinds of nasty and rumpled. Okay. Okay. The glorious moment. Well, she's running. Oh, come on. Where did that one go? Darn it. Sorry. Well, let me put this screw down first. Probably put that in the wrong basket. Because I don't think I see it here. Did I put it in the wrong basket? No, I didn't. It's right there. You goose. Right there. Open your eyes. There's that. Chuggy, 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 choo, choo. Okay, I want to demag and then talk about the numbers. See if I can. So I'm going to give you a pause here and then get this set up. Okay, so I'm going to probably need to adjust the accuracy and beat error. I do that off camera, but you can see the numbers as I do it. I'll tell you what I'm up to. Sorry if that was loud. All right then. Bloop. Those aren't quite the numbers I was hoping for. Let's see what we got going on. Oh, your balance is flopping all over the place. See, it's going up and down like this. Okay, I gotta look at that pivot then. Okay, I'm getting some better numbers now. I'm still not happy with the balance. It's got some wiggle on it. Still, I think the lower pivot is a bit worn. I'm gonna look at the numbers and do some other stuff. I have to play with your dial and hands anyway, so I'm just gonna let this run. And if we'll see what the morning brings. But I'm gonna work on this hands and dial now. I think that's the next thing. We'll see. It's only been running for a few minutes. I need to relax a little. So hang on. let us now go over like this. Would you stop it? Guys, you're seeing this hot live. Let's go there. 202. Okay, and let's cap it 2. Where's it? Aha! There we go. All capped. Now, this doesn't look right, does it? We're at 208 now. We'll see. We'll see. Worst comes to worst, you know what? I have more balances. Except for the loom, I mean, it's a nice looking dial. It needs to be cleaned. Hands are, they look worse than they are. I mean, the loom is, unfortunately, is junk. So we cannot, it's just falling apart. I mean, I could, in theory, try to save some of it, but I'm not gonna, because it's not gonna be as good a process. I don't think you can see the crack on this thing, because these actually are 2-part sweeps. It just, they don't look like it, but this one's pretty rough. And it got bent and it got cracked. So I have to strip loom. I have to check the minute counter hand, make sure it's okay. To find out, I have replacement main sweeps. They're going to be this later style, like a service sweep. I do not have a 2-part sweep. No one has one. They don't exist. Reproductions are not made. So that's just the way it's going to be. But let me push forward on that now. Okay. Okay. That took a lot of work to do. Huge. It just was like, whew, man alive. The signal looks kind of choppy because of the heavy case. It can't really hear very well through that, but also now I messed up the numbers. Anyway, but I'm extraordinarily like, this one took some time. Hang on. You know, it's just amazing because you think the hard things are going to be hard, but then it turns out that something else is hard. It's when people start getting funky with it inside the movement, that's when it starts getting interesting. You're going to hear some yelling and screaming in the background because Sebastian discovered an orb spider outside the house and made a point of showing it to his sister, who doesn't like spiders. So here. Anyway, it took a lot of work. There is your old balance in your Seiko container. Here's what's left of your main sweep, which split in 2. Your seals and stuff literally cracked off into chunks, so they're just black pieces. It doesn't matter. And there is the mainspring. So what I did, my decision was this. This is your original hand in the original yellow. And I was like, well, you know, why don't we take this watch and put it back to the way it was after it got serviced with Seiko for the replacement sweep hand, but before it got beaten to death. So that's what I did. I went through all of my supplies and I found this is an original 6139 sweep that was the same orange as this, and it faded to yellow. So this is where you'd start with, this is what it would look like right now. This is my Vintaloom that I redid. it's just the watch came out well. It's just the movement was a challenge, and it had some twists around third wheel and oh wait, well of course. Problem with the third wheel balance, I had to replace. This is your jewel for your chronograph bridge, the one that's cracked and shattered. I wonder if we can see that this time. Yeah. Any case, you'll get that back and you can look at it too. I'm pretty happy with the reloom job. You're going to have to let me know how you feel about it. Hopefully you're liking it. If you decide that you don't want to keep it with the original faded yellow, I can still tint these to orange if you want. This is original. This is what it would have looked like if the watch hadn't gotten messed with by whoever was messing with it. So I guess you let me know what you'd like to do. But as it stands right now, watch is ready to roll. And I want to thank you so much for your patience. I just cannot thank you enough. Thank you.